Hello folks, and welcome back to the Movie Mad channel. It's James here. I've tried to get a better angle on the camera by using a different stand for this video because my last in-car video didn't turn out too well. So, hopefully this is a bit better. I think the steering wheel's in shot still though, but you know what? It's a steering wheel. And I'm probably going to be doing a new series, and that's probably waiting for James to finish football training. So while I knew I was going to be waiting here for an hour and a half because it takes half an hour to get here, half an hour back. There's not really much point in traveling all the way back. I packed up some movies that I've got recently, and I will go through them with you. So let's have a wee look and let's see what we have in my bag of movies here. Right, okay, that one I didn't actually mean to bring with me, but that's okay because that's for a different video. That will be Roy sent me a package, and I'm going to show you what was in that all at once. So I didn't mean to pick that one up. So there we go. Right, let's put that back down there. So we'll start off with coincidentally Roy's favourite, Adam Sandler in Grown Ups. Now I was watching, as I've mentioned in the previous videos, I was watching Blended the other night. And perhaps I should mention before I start talking about movies, for new people, that this channel is all about movies and movie collecting and watching. Just in case. So we have Adam Sandler in Grown Ups. As I was saying, I never picked up, Larry sent me Blended, and I was watching that other night and we quite enjoyed it, and my daughter mentioned that she was watching Grown Ups on some kind of streaming service, you know, young ones streaming services, but there you go. And she really enjoyed it. So when I seen Grown Ups in the CX the other day for £1.50, I thought, why not take that and add that to the collection? So I did. Let me just, I better check the disc. I'm always better check it this. Oh, that isn't so great. CX, look at that. That's not so great, is it? Is it just marks, or is it... let's use my t-shirt to give it a wee... No, that's actual scratches. Well, that's not so great, is it? Really need to start checking my disc when I get them to CX, because that's a bad one. Right, we'll talk about the movie itself, but that's probably gone back. Just because you grow older doesn't mean you have to grow up. Comedy superstars Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade and Rob Schneider are at their hilarious, outrageous best, playing childhood friends who reunite on holiday. Probably pretty good. So that is Grown Ups, but that one's probably gone back. And did I get that? When did I get that? Monday. This is Wednesday. No, got yesterday. So that'll need to go back tomorrow, more likely. I didn't really want to take it back though, but there you go. So also was in the CX, and I've wanted to get this one on Blu-ray for a long time. So as soon as I seen this, I picked it up, and that's Behind Enemy Lines, and that's with Owen Wilson and Gene Hackman. It's sort of, you know, you could almost call it a remake of Bat-2-1 in modern times, you know. So let's better check this disc too. Well, that one's perfect. Glad about that. More glad about that than Grown Ups, because Grown Ups can be replaced. But there you go. Replaced easily, shall we say. Behind Enemy Lines. So, actually was speaking to my son about this movie, and I was explaining to him that I used to work in Safeway when I was a student, and around about 20, 21 years old when I was studying, and one of that my colleagues in there had actually came from Bosnia, and I think he came down. He came while all these troubles were going on, and I was trying to explain what happened in the Yugoslav Civil War. As my understanding is, and this could be wrong, that the Serbians started to slaughter the Bosnians, but I could be wrong in that. And he was telling me that on a bus, basically, that some of the people were escaping on a bus, and they came to a checkpoint that had Serbian guards at it, and they seen other buses going through there, and they were just lining the people up and shooting them in the back of the head. And the only reason his bus got through is that one of the Serbian guards was his neighbour, and they let that bus through. And I was trying to explain to James, that's why I think the Allies went in to try and prevent that type of genocide. And I think this is I don't know if this is a true story, but it's based on Owen Wilson getting shot down while trying to protect the civilians, and I'm trying to get out of there. So just reminding me of that story that my friend told me. So glad to have that one in the collection. What else did we get? Well, in the chat again, on the way back from Jesus' football match on Sunday, he'd done okay, he scored a goal, and I took him to McDonald's, and I didn't get him in fact I did get him I was going to get him a reward meal for my reward points, but it wouldn't work, the signal wouldn't work, so I ended up getting him a Big Mac meal. I didn't get anything. But while he was eating his, he wanted to eat in the car, I said, there's a charity shop over there, Cancer Research. I will have a look at that and see if there's any Blu-rays or things like that I like. And I did actually find one. And I found Moneyball. Now, I've got Moneyball disc only, but this is one I actually really enjoy, and I rewatch it quite a bit. Brad Pitt plays such a calm, relaxed character in this one. And it's basically the story of the Oakland A's winning 20 games in a row using a mathematics system to buy their players. Deleted scenes, Billy Bean reinventing the game. Bloopers with Brad, Moneyball playing the game, and complete behind the scenes, and look at making a Moneyball. I haven't actually seen them, and this is a film that I would probably like to see the extras and deleted scenes on. So for £1, but why not upgrade and get a case for that one? Because that is one, I do put ones in Polly Pockets that I don't watch that often, and I do have this on like a Love Film Blu-ray disc, but this is one I watch quite a lot, so I'd rather have that in a case in my collection, so I've got that one too. What else do we have here? Oh yes, we have The Descent Part 2. And I can't remember if I've got The Descent Part 1. And The Descent Part 1 was in there, so why didn't they pick that up too? I'm not quite sure. I just thought, I've never seen this out and about before, and it might be quite difficult to get, so while you're there, take it. Descent Part 2 2009, and it's basically, The Descent is where they go down cave dives and stuff like that, and there's things happen, but I can't remember the movie completely. But I know I remember enjoying it, so I thought, why not get Part 2? It says Sarah emerges dazed and bloody and half wild with fear from cave system of the Appalachian Mountains. The local sheriff is sceptical of her account of events and convinced her psychosis hides far darker secrets. Forces her back into the caves to search for her 5 missing friends, unaware the new breed of crawlers await them, more evolved and viciously feral than Sarah's ever faced. Ooh. Yep, I need to get Part 1 before I do anything, before I watch that one. And did I show you? I think I might have shown you this one. I picked up the premium collection of flash stands for £6. I'm pretty sure I must have showed you that in the previous video. So I'm not going to talk about it much, because if I have, then you'll not want to hear about it again. But I'm going to try and take the stickers off without breaking it. Watching me sticker peeling. That's good. So I've done that. That's great. And I'll pop that back in there, because I'm pretty sure I talked about that before. And one other I picked up in the CX when I went to the hospital with James yesterday afternoon was After Midnight. Now, it's an Arrow release, and it had a slipcover, which is pretty good. It says 10 years into small town romance with Abby, bartender Hank wakes up alone in an empty home with nothing but a cryptic partner note from company. As Hank drinks himself into heartbreaking depression, Abby's sudden departure soon becomes the least of his concerns, as a mysterious monster starts clawing at his door on a nightly basis. And I actually thought, I quite like the premise of that one. And an Arrow release with a slipcover for £5. Can't really pass that up, can you? Especially as it was vouchers. Let's see if we can get this CX sticker off without damaging the slipcover. I'll be really annoyed if I do, because it's a good one. Just looks nice. There we go. Sticker's gone. Right, putting them in that bag, because I just cleaned out the car and I'm not doing it again. And pretty meaty in here. Yep. Blu-ray. Has he got this wrong? I think he's put Blu-ray After Midnight. Oh, no. It says two. No, it hasn't got it wrong. It says this has got two disc special edition contents. It's got After Midnight. I didn't see this. Disc 2, The Battery. A 90-minute documentary on the making of the film. And it's a limited edition to 2,500. Oh, that's good. I thought it was a completely separate movie. It's also got the booklet with it too. Yep, so I'm even more pleased with that than I was before. So got Disappointment in Grown Ups, and more pleased on that one. And we've been talking about the shorts I've been doing and what shorts we could do. And Roy and Larry and myself were saying, what 5 shorts could we come up with? And we were thinking 5 canoe movies. So I was thinking, can I think of 5 canoe movies? Deliverance. There's Without a Paddle. And I said to them, this one, I remember this one where I'm pretty sure it's Meryl Streep gets kidnapped and goes down a river. And I couldn't remember what the film was. And I looked it up, and it was from 1994, and it's called A River Wild. And I was like, I really want to rewatch that. So I had a look, and it looks like it's out of print. So went on Amazon, couldn't find it. Went on eBay, and they had one sealed copy for £10. And I put it on my watch list, and that sealed copy disappeared. I'm like, oh no. Because I didn't really have the £10 at the time, so I was like, just saving it. And then I just seen Don't Even Know My Facebook page just bought that as well, coincidentally. So it could have been my copy got. Well, it's really his copy, isn't it? So but the guy relisted it, so he must have more than one copy. And I added to the mall watch list again, and I was like, can I really afford £10? Probably not. Shouldn't I do it this month? And I got an offer sent to me for £8 for it, and I was like, got to do that. So I picked up The River Wild with Meryl Streep, Kevin Bacon, and David Strathairn. And as I said, basically she gets kidnapped, and they have to take her down they have to escape down this river that only certain people are qualified to go down. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to watching that one. And next, I picked up at Larry and Roy's suggestion, I seen this premium collection in my regular CEX for £6, and it says it's an absolute classic, and that's the Maltese Falcon. So I got it, and I've actually watched this one, and what I would say about it, you know, older movies, black and white ones, do I watch them that often? Not really. But this one I watched, and it was engaging and kept you guessing throughout. And the main character's dialogue and acting in this, I just thought was great. He has an answer for everything, this guy. But that's part of his charm, shall we say. And it's Humphrey Bogart and Mary Astor in the Maltese Falcon. And basically the premise of the story is that there is a jewel encrusted falcon that everybody's after, and killings ensue, and trying to figure out who done it and where the falcon is, and actually works out a really good movie. It kept me intrigued from start to finish. Engaged is what I would say. No special effects, no, you know, big explosions, but intrigue and wanting to know what happened kept you going. So as I say, I picked up the premium collection of that one. Didn't actually check if this had a booklet or anything with it. It's got the code, and I've got the code, but I doubt that'll work now. Yeah, and some art cards. And it's got a copy of the DVD. So for £6, I'm glad I've added this to my collection. Now, some of the premium collections, I'm like, I seen them in CX, I'm like, I'm never going to watch that. There's also another one in there, James Cagney with White Heat. I might have enough out just to pick that up, and I think it's £8, and I might see if it drops to £6, and I might pick that one up. Because, say, the premium collection ones are going out of print now, so you want to get them while you can. So hopefully, this is recorded, and hopefully you've enjoyed the movie chat. If you are so inclined, you might want to subscribe. And if you do like what's happening, give the video a like, because it helps the channel, and I'd appreciate the support. So thanks very much, guys, and hopefully I will see you next time. Now I'm going to have to get out of the car to turn this off. Right, I'll be right back. You'll probably hear me turning it off. Here I come. Oh, breaking the